there's kind of a little bit of a, I guess, kind of an epidemic here. You could call it, I guess. I'm not really sure what the actual word I need to use is, but a little bit of a disturbing fact here that I was looking up the other day, and I found that I think we need to try and fix here. I don't know how to fix it, but in the United States, there's over 43 million acres of farmland that is owned, is foreign owned. That is around 3.5% of all the farmland in the United States that's privately held. 43.4 million acres of farmland in America are owned by foreign countries. That is a very, very disturbing trend if you really think about it, because we need to be able to support ourselves, first and foremost. We're selling farmland, which is some of our most valuable resources, to other countries, to foreigners. And yet we've got people here in America that, we're talking about farmland here. Farmland's extremely expensive right now. We're selling to foreigners. We need to find a way to try and limit that. There's got to be some way we can try and limit how many acre, how much farmland. We really don't need any farmland. Shouldn't be going, any farmland. None of the American farmland should be going to foreign countries, as far as I'm concerned. This is our land. This is our territory. We should be able to, keep that. Not these foreign countries should not be owning, especially that much land here in America. I think it was about 3.4%. I think was the number of percentage of American farmland that's owned by other countries. That's kind of a national security risk if you really think about it, because we're talking these are these are owned by all these foreigners. That much land owned by foreigners, that's a big time, very big chunk, very, very large chunk of what it should, much larger than it should be. Actually, it should be zero. Shouldn't own any, but that is land that should be going to the American people, or to the American pub. Maybe not the American people. I'm not saying that the government should own it or whatever that way, but should be going to the people here that actually are paying taxes and all that here in America. The people that are actually should be going to the American people. Should be able to have that, not the foreigners. There's got to be laws, and I know there's some governors that are trying to take some steps towards it, and I don't know all the details on all this, but it's just kind of something I was looking up the other day, and I realized the other day, and I knew there was a lot, but I didn't realize how much was actually there that was actually owned by foreign countries. But it kind of blew me away with how many, and it's something that I don't know what the solution is. I don't even know where to begin on all this, but it's something that I think we need to start talking about, because I think we need to start bringing it up to our representatives and people that are can have the ability to actually change this and actually fix this problem, because it is a problem. These are people, a lot of this land. I know China owns a very good chunk of that farmland that's foreign owned. I don't know the exact percentages. I didn't really look up too much, didn't dive into it too much. I just seen that how big of a chunk it was, and it just kind of threw me for a loop on how much it actually was. So we're talking over 43 million acres of farmland are owned by foreigners. That's a lot, and that's something that we should be just trying to fix, trying to change, because that's something that we're probably not going to get back. That's something that farm prices, land prices are through the roof right now. Excuse me. Land prices are through the roof, and it's getting harder and harder for American farmers to make it, and we're selling all this land to the foreign countries, and a lot of these are, I know, in the past, a lot of the beef packers and stuff have brought in foreign-owned beef, and a lot of that to, one of the biggest four packing, JBS, I believe it is. I think it's JBS anyway. I don't remember. Don't quote me on this, but I think it's JBS. I know it's one of the big four. Is Brazilian-owned packing plant, Brazilian-owned companies, like 51% owned by Brazilian companies. So, they're not opposed to coming in and flooding the market with foreign owned, foreign products and driving prices down, because that's kind of what they, that's what they do. So, anyway, it's a disturbing trend, I think. And something that I think we need to try and fix here very soon. I don't know how to fix it, but American farmers are struggling right now anyway. Cattle prices are pretty good right now, but when you really think about it, if you compare it to years ago, yeah, they're higher prices now, but with the land prices and the equipment prices and everything going up the way they are, it's not sustainable. We're not in a sustainable way for the agriculture industry right now. So making it harder on them, and then we're talking, we're giving all this land, or you're selling all this land to foreigners, and making it very, very hard for these American farmers by flooding the market with foreign goods and stuff. So I don't know what the answer is, but something's got to be done, and the first step is to talk about it. So I encourage you to, get a hold of your representatives and see if they can come up with some solution.